Well, hey guys, nothing too exciting is going on at the moment. I'm really just doing a corpse run. But it's been a while since I've been on Everquest. And that's because work has me busy. I'm behind on my clinical notes. I'm gonna run. I forgot. I was like, hey, you know what? I need to go down and get my body or it's gonna decay. So we'll have to run through the tunnel. There we go. We got our speed going. Can't forget to have your speed. I love being bound over here in the West Commons. So we're going to have to run through the East Common tunnels. We're going to have to run through Desert of Roe, Wastes of Mar, Inethil Swamp. And then there will be where we need to be. Making our way back to... Oh wow, they scowl. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. So we have some lovely music in the background, Everquest playing. It's 11:25 p.m. and it's on a Wednesday night. Had clinic today. It was a pretty good day in clinic, I have to say. The last patient was a no-show, so I got home a little early. But I've been so out of energy that as soon as I get home, man, I just go straight to bed. I'll eat some bologna sandwiches. I've been on a bologna and cheese sandwich binge lately. And I've got some Dorito chips that I put in the sandwich. And you know, 90s kid, you have to smash it down. So, I think I didn't actually kill any frogs when I went in there. I tried to kill some frogs and I got jumped. And then I fell. So they have that room where you have to walk on planks. And I fell down the planks and fell into the water. Once I was down there, the frogs caught me. Stunned me and I was spinning in circles, disoriented. I actually enjoy going through the East Common areas. Because I got to look at all the trades. Look at all the fantastic items for sale in EverQuest. Things I could never dream of having in my early days of EverQuest. I never had anything good. In fact, I never even had a weapon better than Fine Steel. And I was playing for months. I got burned so many times playing Ultima Online with scammers. Everybody was scamming in that game. It was almost like it was a celebrated thing to do. People would brag about stealing house deeds, keys to homes, looting the houses. It was just awful how that kind of behavior was being so celebrated. At that time, my attitude was hardcore. I loved that stuff being put in the game. I thought the game like more elements of like danger and, you know, but all it was is it was just a free reign to grief. And you know, I guess I didn't realize how much that put me off enjoying EverQuest because I wouldn't actually trade with players because my assumption was that everybody was a scam artist. Hey, why is there a snake in here? A snake named Rabdor. What the heck? I've never seen that before. See you guys on the other side of the tunnel. You know, I forget how far away it actually is. Even with the running speed of Spirit of Wolf. I have to run through Desert of Roe. And then once I get there and I get my corpse, the question is, do I stay inside Upper Gruk? I think not, because I had that bad experience. And Upper Gut doesn't seem to be a very popular place to level. It's so much safer to level in the outside areas. What a shame, actually. Guk is just a difficult place to solo in. And even in grouping, it's like you have to be in an area that's so deep inside the dungeon that escape becomes an issue. So I was answering my messages, my in basket, we call it. And you see people haven't been to the clinic since 2023. They send me a message asking for a colonoscopy screening. We ordered one in 2023 and expired in 2024. And so I'm left with this predicament. I'm doing a lot of work with the patient not even coming in. It took me like 5 minutes of my time. It actually takes longer because you have to review their charts. And so I do all this work. I order colonoscopy. I put a clinic note in. And nobody's getting paid for this work. For me, I get salary. I don't get paid per hour, so it's not an issue, right? So I'm doing it because I want to like catch something early on. The patient has concerns. They've got pain when they're sitting down. And they want a colonoscopy. So like I order it. But what do you do whenever you're getting paid? Because right now I work salary and I work a lot of hours. So for me to do this, you know, someone else get paid for my work. So I'm basically doing work for free is what I'm saying. No one's getting compensated for this, but if they shut up the clinic, I'm generating a lot of revenue for the hospital system, and I'm doing the work and I'm getting salary paid, but they're making money off of my work. When I do it this way, no one's getting paid, but I'm still working. I'm ordering a screening. So, of course, the gastroenterologist will get paid for doing the screening, but from our end, no one is being seen in clinic, and so I'm doing work for free. Of course, this system, you know, is kind of frowned upon. For one thing, I'm ordering stuff without actually evaluating a patient. And the only reason I'm doing it is because they were seen already. So I'm just renewing an expired order. But they haven't come in 2 years. And they sort of left this thing about they selected me as a PCP. And so it was kind of like I felt guilty if I didn't do it. Like they put their trust in me. So I ordered a colonoscopy. But this is my relaxing time. I was supposed to get on and play some Everquest. But instead I'm spending half an hour to an hour doing all these things in my in-basket. And so it eats up my free time. Oh, where am I at? And right now, my biggest complaint in life, although I love my job, is that I lack free time. It's not a very good balance between work and play. You guys have seen that I haven't put up many videos lately, and this is the reason why. I get home and I never get caught up on my work. And I can't enjoy playing Everquest if I haven't caught up on my work. In fact, I've been behind in many aspects. And so tomorrow I have didactics, and this is the shame of it. During my didactic session, which is, you know, protected. Oh my gosh, am I going backwards? No. Wait a second, why is there desert there? I don't remember there being this rock cliff. I'm going the right way. North, yeah. Wait, where the heck? No. Oh no. Hold on, I'm lost. So essentially I need to be running south. Straight south, okay. And this is those instances where I was thinking, you know, it'd be great to have an overlay map right now. I wouldn't have to open up the browser. I wouldn't have to open up the wiki and look at the map and make sure I'm going in the right direction. It's just an inconvenience, but that's classic for you. When I get my corpse, the question is, what do I do? Where do I go? Am I still going south? Yeah. Should be right there, right? Yeah, they are so close. Thought I was running the wrong way. All right, so in a full swamp, we've hugged the left side. I just go left. Oh, wait. Yeah, the right side will take us to the Fiat. The left side will take us to Guck. So I was wondering if anybody's playing Pantheon Rise of the Falling, because they do have that early release version. It costs quite a bit of money, like 40 bucks or so. That's not what's putting me off of trying it. It's just my lack of free time and my desire to keep playing Everquest in that free time just prevents me from even trying out Pantheon. But I was wondering, is anybody like feel that the game has actually lived up to their hopes, their expectations, that the game would actually be able to be like a replacement, not a replacement for Everquest, but kind of what everybody was hoping for, some kind of sequel that would carry on the torch of Everquest. I don't think Everquest 1 is going to die. I mean, it's going to be 10 years and I think people will still be playing. I mean, will P99 still be active? I don't know about that. I mean, live servers. I love the idea of having the classic server launches and even having... So they're still apprehensive to me, yes. Yeah, good. So they're not going to attack me. Classic servers, and I like time-locked progressions too. And even where they do it and then they reset, I like that. Problem is, in a game like this, obtaining some of the high-end loot takes a long time. That if you were to do that, you would never get your old stuff. You would never get the high-end gear again. Okay, a sentry. So I fell down here. Move over, frog. Oh, there we are. Alright, so... I should have checked before I looted to see how much longer before my body decayed. That was my major concern, is like my stuff was going to decay. So I was like, I have to log on to this character. Get my stuff, because it can easily go 2 or 3 days and I would totally forget about it. Alright, so we don't want to drown. And this is what happened. I fell down here. Now, it's fine. This is the way all the frogs came to catch up with me. Oh yeah, so all I had to do is just take my time. I don't think I'm going to risk it. Because right here, this is the issue. Coming through here, you have to slow down. And I don't have the best hand-eye coordination. I'm terrible. You have these young kids who are so good and they have very quick reflexes. I'm terrible. And as you get older, I think you get worse at it. And you don't have time to practice and get good. So, I mean, what now? We got the body. I ranted for about 10 minutes. So I am bound. I'm bound inside West Commons. Could there be anything I can fight in here? Let's do tracking. Not really. So let's just gate. Let's gate the heck out of Dodge. Oh, I've got ports. I forget. Oh, thank goodness that character doesn't want to kill me. So I can port to other areas. I totally forget this. Let's see where I can port to, and that'll give us options. Let's get me a safe spot to sit and look at my port options. Opening up the spell book, the last page where I have spells, we have... Oh wait, there we go. We have the Ring of Karanas, so I can go to Karanas. We have Toxulia. Ooh, I might be too high level for the Warrens, but I could probably go to that Cat City. Butcher Block. We could go... Ooh, interesting. We can go to Mistmoor. And Surefall Glade. Ooh, I don't know. piranhas. Let's go to the piranhas. Oh man, this is what I love about being a druid. I could just travel. Okay, let's do it. So get gate off. Let's go to the ring of piranhas. And we'll see if there's anything to fight out here. Give me where I need to be quick. If not, we'll go to Toxulia. Tox. So this is North Piranhas, I think. We can fight some beetles out here. Oh, and even these ghouls, right? Okay, look at this, guys. They're blue to me. Alright, let's set things up and let's fight some ghouls. They can root. So let me figure out how to set it up. Okay, so let's start placing buffs on. Barb coat. Refresh skin like rock. Refresh spirit of wolf. Alright, so we'll give this a try. I'm going to try to use Careless Lightning this time. I think it's a direct damage spell. Evocation uses 70 mana. I think this is DD and not one of those area effect ones. So I have to meditate a little bit longer. So I decided to change my mind. I think I remember last time I had bad results. And we just came off a corpse run. Let's take it easy. So we can see that there's a griffin here, blue. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's throw up. Should I use... Let's just do snare. Okay, let's do stinging. Let's do Careless Lightning. I just want to try it out. 95 damage. Yeah, it's a DD. Oh my god, that's good. I'm like a wizard right now. And it's already trying to run away. Dude, that was so easy. 95 damage times 4. It didn't take a whole lot of mana, honestly. And then once I get it down to 20%, it runs and it can't move. That was so easy. Let's check the experience. 33? 3% experience, look at that. Oh gosh, I'm right next to those things. Hey, and I get the Scythe Beetle next. Let's just sit and get the Scythe Beetle. See you guys when I got a little more mana. I'll try it again. Let's just nuke it down. So I was at work. I remember I heard this loud bass from outside. Someone was destroying their eardrums with loud bass. But I can just feel the bass rumbling through the walls. Is it just me? I mean, I love the sound of like that deep bass in other people's cars as they're driving down the street and their bass is like rumbling. I don't know. I love it. Like it gives me like that ASMR sensation. If you know what I'm talking about. I love like hearing Harleys going down the street. The only time I don't appreciate it is if I'm actually pedestrian walking next to the street and you hear and it's just, you're having a conversation and it's so loud. But when I'm in my house, I love hearing the sound of Harleys rumbling outside. I love the sound of people in their vehicles and the bass rumbling. I don't know. I think it's a thing most people don't appreciate, but I actually enjoy. All right, I think I'm ready. I mean, it's taken a bit of time to get my mana back. I'm going to try it when I get down to 50%. So this is an experiment. How much, at 50% mana, how much mana am I using to do it like this? Is this the most efficient way to level up? Snare nukes. There's always a possibility that they're going to resist, but if they do come down to that, I'll just melee them down. So that's a green griffin. Let's do the scythe beetle because that's a higher level mob. So by the way, I'm level 20. The scythe beetle's blue. Alright, let's do it now. Gotta make sure the griffin's not coming up on me. So I'm gonna start out with snare. Hopefully nothing gets resisted. Let's just go ahead and zoom out there so you can watch the action. Snare. Careless lightning. Still out of range. Good, 95 damage. And these beetles are extra slow when they're snared. Look how slow they are. That one was a partial resist. So it's taken about 9% of my mana every time. Oh, we have a resist. There we go. That's what I was worried about. Okay, now I'm going to have to melee it because we got one more nuke. Alright, so it should start running away. Whoa, the griffin's coming. So I started out 54% mana, and now I'm down to 1%. I had one partial resist, and I had one partial resist and one full resist. Why is he not running away? Well, they usually run away. Dude, everything is nearby. I do like the nuking. I think I'm going to continue it. The only problem is there's just so much downtime. So I'm going to sit inside this circle and then we'll meditate some more. Such a simple way to play snare and nuke. It's like kind of like a wizard. And as I gain another level, my nuke will become more powerful and more mana efficient. You get more damage per mana. Okay, I got mana. I'm back. So I've been watching some YouTube videos while I'm meditating, and I'm getting a lot of videos in my algorithm about people just quitting their jobs and, you know, not finding any fulfillment in work in general. And I guess I can relate to that. You know, before I went to the army, I was feeling that. And what I really enjoyed for the last decade of my life before I started working here was being a student. I loved being a student. The only problem was I was accumulating a lot of student loans. So I do have the GI Bill, and it paid for all my school tuition and books and all that stuff. But, you know, there's still cost of living, so I did have to take some loans just to cover the expensive cost of living in the United States. All right, so while I'm talking, I'm going to get started on this boar beetle. These are easier, and so I should have an easier time, but it's still blue to me. 95 damage. Took him down to 76%. Really good. So it cost about 9% of my total mana every time I do this. And it got him down to 30%. I'm going to just melee him the rest of the way. That way, as soon as I'm done with this, I can fight another blue. And what's so cool is I can, after I expend all of my mana, I can go sit back down and meditate and watch more YouTube videos. So also some videos that show up on my algorithm, I think YouTube suspects I would enjoy them. I do enjoy them, is like van life, watching people living in vans. And I know it's pretty stressful too, but you have to have like one of those people with a sense of adventure. I love to travel. I actually wish I could do that, is just go travel in a van. It gets more difficult as you get older, of course. You know, your health isn't as good. A van seems more, you know, uncomfortable as an older adult versus a young adult. But I don't know. I think it would be fun. I loved so for some time I was sleeping on a couch. This is before I got accepted to medical school. I had graduated from college and I didn't have a real good job or anything. And I was trying to get inside medical school, so I was staying on a couch at night. But during the day, I would be on the go, so I would get in the car and, I would go to parks, find shady places. I would go to Burger King was a big one. I used to go to Burger King and eat one of their, it was a real cheap meal. It was only like $6 for a combo meal. And I would use their bathrooms. I would use their, air conditioning, the table, and I would study. And I would just try to, work on improving my application to get inside med school. This is when I was studying for the MCAT. And I had my locations. I would stay there for about 2 hours, I would kind of extend my welcome as long as possible. And it was kind of like I was being a hobo. And I would do that, and then I would use their bathrooms. They were single-use bathrooms, so you can close it. And what I would do in the bathroom is I would kind of freshen up, right? You can use like the sink there and freshen up. And then I would move to another location. And so I had parks that I would use that weren't very frequently visited, and they had good bathroom areas that I can go and freshen up in. And so I had about 6 or 7 locations that I would kind of rotate around every day. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. I had a plan. I had a sense of direction in life. I had some spending money. I had a few $1,000s just kind of rattling around in my bank account. But there was the uncertainty in life of like, will I get into med school? What's my backup plan? And so that's the only part that stressed me out. But everything else was great. I loved being on the go. I'd wake up in the morning, get my car. I would figure out where I want to go, have some food, study a bit. And so the good thing about fighting these is once you get them down below 30% or so, they start to run. But these guys are so much quicker than the beetles. Look at them go. Look, I got him down to 34% already. And now he's going to run. So now I'm at 40% of my way through the level. There we go. And he's already down. I only had to use 4 spells. That was good. The loot's good. And so, I'm a single guy. If I ever did meet someone who would enjoy road trips, that would be something I'd love to do, is just go on a lot of road trips. So a lot of people have got into this tiny houses and trailers, living in vans and stuff. And so that kind of thing has gotten expensive too. I've noticed that. If you get one of those trailers that you can pull behind your vehicle, even for the cheap ones, you're looking at $15,000. And people are looking at these pre-built homes that you can get from like Home Depot or some of these places, and you buy them and they're just very bare bones houses. There's no like insulation inside. There's no like utilities. It's just a bare bones house, and then you have to convert it into a nice place to live. I also think that would be very fun, but I'm so busy with work that it would take a lot of energy out of me trying to set that up and to make it very livable. So, you have to find, for me, it'd have to be finding a partner that would be willing to arrange everything like that for me. So that's why it just looks very fun and adventurous. So my thing is, when I do finish residency and I start as an attending somewhere, where am I going to live? What area of the country I can go move to? I've always wanted to own some land, things like that. But that van life kind of thing appeals to me. Small homes appeal to me. I don't like to have a very big home unless you had someone to help with the upkeep, because the upkeep is significant, especially yard work and oh man, just a big house in general is just a lot of work. the idea of having housekeeping is so appealing to me. I would really look into that if I could. Cleaning up after myself is a lot of work. Sad to say. And every time I have a chance to sit down and relax, I'm playing Everquest and I can't even find enough time to do that. Life should get better and easier, especially after residency. So I have 55% XP. Should I wait till a little bit, 1 or 2 more mana ticks? Let's get 60% and let's finish this off. I'm actually enjoying this nuking. So let's check out the damage per mana on this, because I think this is better than the one I was using. I was using a lower level one. So let's go to classes. Let's hit up the Druid. And I was using Ignite, I think. So at level 24 I get a better one, I'm sure. But we get Careless Lightning. That's the one I'm using. It's a level 19 spell. It costs 70 mana and it does 95 damage at the moment. So it'll actually do up to 99. So it does 1.4 damage per mana. And the Ignition spell, the Ignite, let's check that one out, because that's the one I was using beforehand. That one does 30 damage. 37 damage and 30 mana cost. So it's 1.23 damage per mana. So it's always better to use this higher level spell because of the damage per mana cost. All right, so let's go ahead and start snaring it. We're at 67% mana. These have a really slow movement speed. So when you snare them, they don't move very quickly. I could just stand here and nuke them down. I'm enjoying this. These have more hit points, and he did have a partial resist already. This is higher level than the griffins that I was fighting. 2 more nukes. 1 more nuke, and then we'll melee down. Let's see if we can get him to run. It's like no matter where I am, there's another dang beetle coming around. You know, they don't like to run away when there's other beetles in the vicinity. So I'm wondering if that was the issue. See that beetle coming my way? Like, go away, please. And I can just nuke it down right now. So let's just nuke it down. Got him down to 20%. Right down, he's down to 3%. And he's still coming for me. Darn thing doesn't know when it's beat. All right, 46% XP. So this is actually pretty fun. I'm going to continue doing this tomorrow after work. I've got to work from 8 to 5. I'll be home and I have to do my notes, but I'm going to jump on Everquest. We're going to get back on the Druid and I want to nuke things down because I enjoy the downtime. But thanks for watching, guys. Sorry the first half of this video was just a corpse run, but you know, I was about to go to bed and I thought, no, I better get up and I better play and I better get my course, because the last thing I want is for all my stuff to decay. But I'll upload this real late at night. I try not to do that, but it's been a couple of days since I uploaded a video and I haven't gotten around to answering comments. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go answer my comments before bed. Take care. Bye.